This is probably the most challenging record you have ever put on your turntable.
One side. One side.
E-Dub, top civilian, humble, with about 16.
One side. One side.
E-Dub, top civilian, humble, with about 16.
One side. One side. One side.
E-Dub, top civilian, humble, with about 16.
You getting high already? It's just 2 o'clock.
Is that late?
You know you smoke too much of that shit. That shit's gonna rob you of your ambition.
Not if your ambition is to get high and watch TV.
l'ai vue là, c'est tout. Et alors, il y a une fille qui m'a dit, tu sais, celle-là, tu peux y aller carrément.
Yo, yo, yo. Okay. Let's get to it. Before we dive into some gameplay, I want to look at some of these Logan Paul videos, you know? Let's start with this one.
Oh, there it is. All right, it's time. Basically, CoffeeZilla has been sipping the haterade for over a year now, jealous of Logan Paul and how successful and attractive and popular he is. And he just got done making a 3-part series trying to destroy Logan Paul's credibility. He's trying to reinvent the game of making games. CoffeeZilla wasn't going to have it. So Logan Paul's setting the record straight, letting everybody know that crypto.
Why is he trolling?
What's that stupid shit called? I forgot. The Yoshi eggs. What was it called? Crypto Zoo. Yeah, the eggs are gonna hatch, and it's gonna be really soon, guys. Let's watch it.
CoffeeZilla. I watched her 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform,
Logan Paul's biggest scam so far.
you have successfully used
that's
my name
right.
for views and
That's right.
While your work used to be in part,
That is true.
That's true.
He did use
Yep.
Logan Paul's name for views and money. That is correct. Do you know who else does that?
Everyone on the
Logan
internet.
Paul.
partial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real
Okay.
repercussions.
Wow. So this is a
Ooh.
this is a
Ooh.
lot of quite an accusation. Let's just say that. He's coming out hard.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with
Okay.
facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph
Right.
from an investigator
Right,
to
right.
a gossip channel. You see, Coffee,
Right.
Okay, so that sounds good. Basically, everything CoffeeZilla was saying was fake,
Yeah.
and Logan Paul is going to set the record straight. So this is
Right,
not going to
right.
be an apology video.
Sure.
It's going to be him just going to war.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Number one, this is more entertaining, and number two, I think this makes sense, right? I mean, like, he can't just come out and say, "Hey guys, I scammed you," right? He can't be like, yeah, oops," because then he might have to return the money. So he's got to keep fighting because his reputation's on the line.
Zilla tried to
True.
work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a
Often described by who?
By who? Yeah.
So
exactly.
this is a really
That's a
cute
reach.
thing that we're doing here. So the implication here is that CoffeeZilla's work was described as not true and whatever the other thing was by law enforcement. But Logan Paul didn't say that. So there's plausible deniability that that's not what he meant. But
Yep.
to 99 out of 100 people that watch this, that's what they're going to think. Very clever.
lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than a
Lopsided
keen star of
journalist.
crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core
Keemstar. That's what he compared CoffeeZilla to. Keemstar. Oh god.
discrepancies that I caught in Coffee
Okay.
interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery,
so is that
one
on-
robbery at a liquor store, and the other for
Okay. So is that CoffeeZilla's fault or your fault or hiring?
surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him.
Okay, so he robbed the liquor store. I mean, all right, that's kind of bad, but you know, he got out. You know, I mean, if
Okay,
if
I
this
saw.
guy's
Alright,
still-
fuck this. I saw this video already. I want to see. No funny. 3 hours. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the impulsive video. Because I know that's still going to be a long one.
Mike Tyson.
You look like a piece to the people that are like, yo, this guy's sitting on millions of dollars, always trying to get attention, and now he doesn't give a about us, so he's not going to speak out about it until this other dude's going to speak out, and now this is going to talk now.
Great question.
Very good question.
The answer is breaking, George. I'll get emotional even speaking about it just now, right now, but this is what broke me.
Oh boy. Here we go.
I'll say something. Welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing. This episode is long overdue. We are recording January 2nd, 2023. Welcome to the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy almost birthday, George. You turn 30 tomorrow.
Yeah, last day of my 20s.
Nice. Welcome to 30s Club, buddy. It doesn't get any easier.
Jesus
Great guy, by the way.
Great guy.
Great guy.
He spoke to me, and we're going to get into that. Lot to cover this episode of Impulsive. If you are tuning in just now and you missed the tail end of December, a lot had happened.
Yeah.
I believe the last Boys Only episode we were on, I said some pretty harsh things to George about his beliefs and religion overall that people were unhappy about. And the following week, a YouTuber named CoffeeZilla made a 3-part series that he had spent a year making called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam. That caught a lot of traction. He put a lot of work into it, and it was a very well-made series. So today I'll be going on record for the first time over a year to talk about the debacle that became Crypto Zoo, and then what we're doing to move forward. If you have not seen the video that I also released in tandem today with this episode, it's essentially.
If you have not seen CoffeeZilla 3-part series, I recommend you watching that before you watch this impulsive video by Logan Paul.
Essentially a statement that I made.
I'm gonna tell
about
my face cam real quick.
Scam allegations,
right, let's go.
Scam accusations, because that's some pretty serious shit. I take that very seriously.
So yeah, as you should.
I ask you to do that first. But it is a little difficult to dive into it because we know you guys.
Did he just say watch CoffeeZilla's video if we watch Impulsive? Okay.
You guys watch Impulsive for fun, laughs, giggles, maybe like the guests we have on our show. And today we're going to be talking about some pretty serious stuff. So if you're not tuned into it, maybe this isn't the episode for you, but it's time this stuff is addressed, and today's the episode for that.
I think by mid episode we'll get into some other stuff, but obviously like this has to be handled, and it's been a
Mike is a scammer too.
Rocky end of 2022 and a rocky start for the beginning of 2023. I'm sure tremendously for you, but also for anybody on this team. I'm gonna try to take the reins of the opposing viewpoint today, as I generally do on the show. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions that may be, I don't know, easy, hard to answer, whatever. Obviously, you asked Coffee to be on. It was something that he didn't want to do.
Can I give context to this situation? So, first off, I don't know what you're going to ask. I haven't seen these questions.
Sure. I know.
Did you send them to him? You sent them to him. And then I'm sure probably maybe you have some. Anyways, let me give some context to this situation. Crypto Zoo is a blockchain project that I created about a
scam project.
And the question everyone's going to be asking is why now? Why talk about this series or this project right now? So again, this YouTuber named CoffeeZilla released a 3-part series. He spent a year making it, and I'll be honest, it was very good. He is entertaining, and he's a very good.
What? He admits it was good? That's new for Logan. Okay. That's a nice start.
Storyteller. I mean, essentially, if you're making content on YouTube, I assume it's to get views and to get people watching your stuff. I get what he's doing. If you put my name in the title and you label it Logan Paul's Scam, you're going to get more views. The problem with it is that is not true. And I've made tweets here and there stating my
here
case,
and there
context.
He did not.
The back and forth that I've had with CoffeeZilla. So here are some receipts. Again, just for context. His name's Steven. The first time he reached out to me was on Christmas Eve after he released his series.
Incorrect.
He sent a misleading email as highlighted.
Go to
in the
CoffeeZilla's
statement
Twitter.
about
He
his show,
proves
talk about
that he
Crypto
reached
Zoo.
out to him
I
back in
chose not
October
to
of
do that. It is
2021.
now clear to me that he's milking this. Again, why would he not? This is big for him. He caught a lot of traction.
He
gained like
contacted
5 million
him on
subscribers,
IG first, and then he
I'm sure he'll make this
contacted
amount of money
Jeff,
on
his
Patreon.
manager, to get to
I am
Paul,
not
and
interested
no one
in
has
feeding into that
replied.
anymore. So we'll be answering the questions that hopefully he was going to ask me, and that you're going to ask me today on this podcast.
Hold on. Get some water.
Podcast. I invited him on Impulsive multiple times, and he has not responded. My last
Oh, yeah?
or my email to him on December 27th was, "Hey Steven, saw your tweet. Since this entire narrative has unfolded on your platform, I can't imagine you'd mind having this discussion with me on mine. Of course, we wouldn't monetize. This episode of Impulsive is scheduled for January 2nd in LA. We can consider a neutral location if you respond to this email by the weekend. Best logs." He did not respond to me.
Best of logs. That's what he calls
I tweeted
himself.
that, saying I hadn't heard back, so I'd be releasing a statement.
Ah.
And then he sent me an email after I called him out, and a text, which I thought was weird, like a cold text. "Hey Logan, recently got your number. This is CoffeeZilla. I'm forwarding the same message I sent to your email here as well. Hey Logan, I saw your tweet saying I haven't responded, but that isn't accurate. I asked you for a comment multiple times over the course of a year. You refused. I invited you on my platform. You refused. You invited me on Impulsive. I refused. We're unfortunately at an impasse, so let me try to get us unstuck here because I think people deserve to hear from both of us. I'd like to offer you a co-live streamed interview about Crypto Zoo to respond on tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST, so no one has to travel on the holidays, so there's no editing and just us talking one-on-one. This is the most fair and neutral way to do this. I will send you a video link if you agree." Here was my response. I sent
That was a
him
good
an email,
idea.
after I posted my statement. "Hey, Steven, just wanted to put my response to your scam allegations on your radar, linked below. Even though you broke laws, hardly substantiated your evidence, fabricated dangerously misleading falsehoods, and
That
wrongfully
is
accused you of
false.
scamming my fans,
Okay.
I'd still love to host you on Impulsive, again, unmonetized. It can even be one-on-one. Sorry, boys. I'm interested in talking about your workflow, creative process, and of course, Crypto Zoo. I did get your email 2 days ago after I called out your failure to respond on Twitter regarding the live stream invitation, and you said, I asked you for comment multiple times over the course of a year. You refused. Any proof of that, or is this another lie? I searched my emails and didn't see any outreach from you until Christmas Eve 2022. You scrubbed the blockchain for a living and somehow managed to text my personal phone number yesterday. I can't imagine you didn't know/have my professional email. I do agree people deserve to hear from both of us, but truthfully, now that your motives are clear, I don't feel like feeding into your hunger for clout on your platforms. You've profited off of and gained plenty from me. I've said everything I've needed to say. The rest will be handled legally and on Impulsive with or without you while we continue to build Crypto Zoo. The holidays are over, so I look forward to hearing back in a timely fashion this time. My January schedule is packed. Best, logs."
Why did you sign off as logs, by the way?
It's
There was a lot of shit for that.
I saw that.
Maybe-
I think it's easy to pick apart anything I do.
And people are, for sure. It's been happening the entire time.
That's my sign off. I've been signing off like that since high school.
like
my nickname,
like
everyone calls
floating
me
pieces of
Logs.
wood.
My name is Logan.
Yeah.
My nickname
Yeah,
is
it makes
Log.
sense.
It's like a
Listen, I
friendly-
said I'm going to play the other side. The other side's asking why Logs. And besides all the correspondence, that's a lot of correspondence.
That's where we left off, and I do think it's important because, and if you watch my video, hopefully you're seeing this. The guy is good. He is a very good storyteller, and he is very, very manipulative. Very manipulative.
Very manipulative. Oh my god. He's exposes scammers like you for a living. That's manipulative.
Bias against him is reflective in his work and in his piece, which unfortunately has repercussions. If you are perpetuating falsehood and it's affecting someone's business and reputation.
I wonder what Asmongold is saying about
and it's
this.
affecting the wrong person's business and reputation, that person may take action.
So let's right off the bat, as early as possible here, talk about the two definitions and the two things that are at play. One of them being a scam, the other one being defamation, which can be libel or slander. So if someone scams a person or an organization, they deceive them in order to get something valuable for them, especially money. That is the definition of scam. So my first question, and this question was answered in his series, it was a 5-second blip that was a part of a probably hour-long of documentary.
Okay, are we back?
Yeah, this seems to be the biggest misconception, and it is disappointing that part was glossed over so quickly. Made no money off CryptoZoo. Never sold the token. Jeff never sold the token.
I mean,
only lost money.
Coffee did say that in his third video that Logan and Jeff did not sell. So in that aspect, they did right, by not selling, by not, doing a rug pull while everyone else did.
Trying to make things right, along with everyone else in the project. But no money was made. No tokens were sold. And CoffeeZilla even said that in his series.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, yeah. No money was made by Jeff.
And just back to the flip side really quick. To me, once I heard that seemed just like a kill shot to this entire thing.
Now I'll play the other side.
Sure, and I know what you're going to say. There's a ton more. It's very complex. There's a lot of
No. I empathize. I totally see why people are frustrated. I'm fucking frustrated. I've been frustrated for over a year. So I'll let you keep going. And again, while we made no money on the project, which I think kills the scam narrative immediately, there is more explaining to do.
What was your intent with CryptoZoo as a project?
Oh, that's a good question.
Really
Good question, Mike.
It was going to be the next big thing. It was my first foray into creating a project on the blockchain. My intent was to make the next Pokemon, essentially, on the blockchain. It was purely good.
Purely good.
I put 7 months of my time.
It was a great idea, but
energy, effort, all of it into this project. And when shit hit the fan, it was devastating. It was heartbreaking. I never acted with malintention. I mean, again, like what was the intent to make money? I mean, I guess maybe eventually, like if you're running a business, I'd assume any intent is to make money off of it. But like, did we ever capitalize financially off of this? Absolutely fucking not.
For people that aren't aware, can you describe the dynamic between the token and the game?
Okay. So the idea was this. Yeah, maybe I should give some context to what the game is. So you buy these eggs on the blockchain, and you can hatch them into what are called base animals. I think there were like 14 or 15
JPEG images.
and then you can breed your base animals with each other to create fun-looking viral hybrid offspring that have a rarity scale. If you hatch a rare animal and you breed it with another rare animal, and it yields a rare hybrid animal, that animal then yields and collects a token the longer you hold it. Then when you release it into the wild, you accrue your yield. Does that make sense? That was the concept.
Got it.
And it was based off the idea that people could create these fun animals that didn't exist. And this was another part of CryptoZoo that got ripped apart. People seem to really discount the art, which I felt truthfully wasn't fair.
I was kind of in the middle on that one. It was
Do
very.
you know how?
Okay,
Do you
it was
know how
very
hard
basic.
It is?
Yes, I
Do you
know.
know how
and,
hard
and,
it is
and let me
to merge animals that do exist into an animal that doesn't exist and make it look like a real animal.
I'm gonna
like
ask
like
you-
I'll just say it right now, bro. If you take an animal from CryptoZoo,
Should have thought about that before you went with the project, dickhead.
wearing a hat, and go ask like someone on the street, like, hey, which of these is more captivating to you? Something tells me the animal that doesn't exist that looks like a real hybrid animal is probably gonna win.
Even if someone out there is skeptical or hesitant to call it some sort of insane artistic expression, they at least probably have to agree that it falls within industry, like in the area of industry standards for NFTs at the time. I mean, look at some of the other projects. I mean, shout out Gary, but like, dude, like.
How dare you?
I'm
Do
just
not
saying, bro.
Fucking insult V friends
Or doodles or whatever. I mean, whatever project you want to bring up.
That's
right
why
now, whether it's apes or whatever.
That's
It
why I
wasn't.
found this argument a little. I felt that one. I felt wasn't quite fair. I'll listen to him, but like, man, if you were to interview and ask my artist what they thought of people just ripping their work to shreds, and by the way, some of them do this. Some of them are like post actively on Reddit hybrid animals, and the hybrid animals thread on Reddit is hilarious and has a bunch of likes and people commenting on it. But the moment that I say it's something that I'm doing, it doesn't work in that context.
I think it was shined in a bad light. I think if it didn't have the negative outline on it, people wouldn't.
No. That was the first critique that happened.
Sure.
I actually have I want to ask you again. I'm just throwing out other people's point of views. I'm not trying to stick a.
No, you should.
Oh,
You
okay,
should
well, I'm gonna stick it into you. When I'm looking at this from my point of view, bro, I think you guys are kind of like, you're seeing it from your guys' point of view, which is obvious because it's your point of view, and you are not a scammer. You don't hurt people. You don't do these type of things. So it's gonna affect your heart because you didn't do that. And for the world to look at you in that type of way, it's very drowning. It feels like you can't breathe because people are already painting you out to be something you're not. But put a pin in that. Over here are people that root for you, that look at you like somebody they want to be like, they want to achieve like. And so when they invested in your project, and they're remember, they don't have our lifestyle, so they're working paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. So when they go, fuck yeah, Logan's involved in this, I know it's going to win because I've watched this guy win, and I want to be like this fucking guy. So I'm going to invest my hard-earned money. From their point of view, I get your guys' point of view because you're dealing with a legal team, you're dealing with all the people that did you wrong. But from their stance, they go, how dare you go and open up 2 other projects when I just wasted my hard-earned money on something that I believed you would do. So this is a point of view that they don't care what you feel like and what CoffeeZilla feels like. They want to demand answers for their own money.
100%.
So what do you say to the people that watched you make the project where you're taking pictures and all the other projects? Yep. How does it feel for you in your seat where your team's saying, hey, shut up, don't bring this up. We're going to bring this back in the future and all the answers will be explained. How does it feel knowing that you couldn't speak up in time and now you look like this villain? And no disrespect, you look like a piece of shit to the people that are like, yo, fuck this guy sitting on millions of dollars, always trying to get attention. And now he doesn't give a fuck about us, so he's not going to speak out about it until this other fucking dude's going to speak out. And now this cocksucker is going to talk now.
Great question.
Very good question.
The answer is fucking heartbreaking, George. I'll get emotional.
Great question. Yeah.
Right now, but this is what broke me. People relied on me to create a project, and when shit wasn't working out, and I found out the extent of just how bad things were behind the scenes, I had to rely on my team. I crumbled internally, and the advice was, while actual legal process was going on because of criminal investigation taking place that CoffeeZilla highlighted in his series, I had to stay silent. And for a fucking year, I'm hounding Jeff. How do we make this right? What's the status of the game?
But they
Where
don't
are
see
we
that.
at?
They don't see that. That's crazy.
The engineer stole the code, who was hired by a fucking con man, a guy that I found out to be a con man, a guy that I had trusted. Not just a guy that I had trusted, a guy that billionaires had trusted, a guy that fooled the Mormon church and the New York Yankees. And now in hindsight, 1 + 1 = fucking 2. I get that. And the advisor, again, that I trusted, was selling against my buyers, people that actually wanted to play this game. It was like a mountain. It was like a mountain.
I mean, true, but you should have.
One after the
You
other
hired all
after
these
the
people,
other.
man.
This massive forest fire would come up. I thought we'd put it out, and then something else would happen, and something else would happen, and then my legal team goes, "Yo, there is criminal investigation going on. It is best to stay silent at this moment."
Mm. So I have another question. I understand your point of view because I'm your friend. I actually was with you when you found out, and I saw how like your face turned white and you slid up against the fridge when you found out. I was there, so that's why I could boldly, with my chest out, be like, "Bro, I watched when this guy found the news." But fuck CoffeeZilla, fuck you. No joke. What do we do for the people that were fucked?
I and my team, Jeff, and I'd like you to sit in, Jeff, are working. We are at work and have been working to make this game. And that's part of the solution. Deliver the fucking project, right? And that's never stopped. There have been massive road bumps and massive obstacles along the way. But that was always the prerogative. CoffeeZilla making a series or not, the game is being made. He just assumed we gave up on it, which is not true. However, the answer is yes, George. I'm not a fucking scammer. I have the best intentions, and I will.
Oh, look who joins! Look who joins, Mr. Jeff.
About fixing all of this and making this right. Sure. And for a year,
he said.
For a year, I was told I couldn't
say,
do
yeah,
anything.
that's
And
your
then
guy, right?
CoffeeZilla series came out, and I fucking called you guys, and I said, I'm making a statement. I don't give a fuck. Yep. I spent days writing this thing. Figuring out how I could poke the obvious holes in CoffeeZilla's defamation and arguments and manipulation of this story, because at the end of the day, he told a story. Some of it's true, some of it's not. I don't know what to believe from his stuff, and I don't know what not to believe. I found out stuff. I found out things watching his series. Like, dude, I was at the airport when I watched the part where he said Jake's had stolen.
Of course. I was like, what?
$6 million. I don't know if that's true or not, but I knew he was a bad actor, hence why we kicked him off the fucking team immediately when we found out he was only in it for the money.
Prerogatives, yeah. Things fucking fell apart from Zach to trying to find new devs, realizing that our first lead dev couldn't perform, and then realizing that now there's an investigation going on.
But it's also you have to understand that it's not simple. I mean, he's trying to bridge the gap here between protecting his client, protecting a project that he's been a part of, getting out whatever information is possible. I've said this a million times. The internet loves to oversimplify very fucking complex issues.
On top of the complex issue that we dealt with, which were issues with people, the blockchain technology, and this is something that's brand new, and what Logan ideated in his head of a really cool idea is actually somewhat complex.
Which is, by the way, hard for me to swallow.
Okay,
I have a vision and an idea of these things, and then I say, Jeff, here's what I want to make. Here's what I want to do. And then people are put in place to attempt to make that happen. And when it was found out that either A, they had ill intent, or B, were incapable of doing it, and then shit really hit the fan, what do I do? What do I do?
I actually have an answer for that. When you're on the top rope at WWE and you're going like this after a crazy show and the audience is going crazy, when you're bringing Prime into the table and people are drinking it, being like, how the fuck is this product this good? When you're doing these absolute, like, we're watching a superhero kill these side quests.
I like George. He always has
day
a
after day
great
after day after day,
take.
None of these quests would be completed without your team. And when you win, we celebrate together. What I need this team to start doing is when you guys take a dip, you got to stop pointing the fingers at each other.
When all this broke, when we were in Qatar, I'll kind of remember this. We were in the spa one day, and I saw the pain in your, and this, like I said, this is not going to turn into a fucking victim thing. I just want to point this out. I saw this pain in your face, bro, and this like emptiness in your fucking eyes when all this was breaking. And I remember thinking to myself, having been through a couple things, very minor in comparison to the ones you've gone through and are going through now, where I was railroaded by the internet on something that just simply wasn't true. I've been through a chunk of shit in my life, but I honestly don't know if I recall feeling like that. The feeling of not being able to say, yo, this is not what happened. You guys have it wrong. Even though you and everyone around you knows that you're being fucked and being railroaded by an incomplete.
I don't know, man.
Is one of the most painful fucking things in the entire world. It's
where
terrible.
Where Coffee fucked up is by targeting me as some malicious, evil supervillain. If he had told this story objectively and told the story without vilifying me, regardless, we're still making this right. But in my opinion, that's where it got twisted and hurt the most. Dude, I'm sitting in the seat solely because of my fans. I love them. I'll take any picture you want, unless I'm at dinner. That's my one rule. I'll take any picture you want.
Now you better get your ass up. You better wipe your face and get up. That might be the rule.
I'll listen to the feedback. I'll see it. I want to put smiles on you guys' faces. It's why I do what I do. I love being able to come on these platforms and express myself every week. And it fucking hurts that mission statement that I've had since I was 8 fucking years old posting online was tainted by this dude who had an agenda, who is normally very good at his job, but had an agenda.
I think this is sadly the only direction you could take. Take this really fucking hard on the chin. Learn from your mistakes. Learn that you have to.
I mean, George, we did.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like the Johnny Depp thing. Like he had to kind of eat shit for a long time until the truth came out. And so right now you have to go into this either court, but regardless, the jury is the audience.
Yep.
And so I'm trying to bridge that way to show your reality. And your reality is the same dude that would turn to me and drop a $500,000 deal with somebody because he goes, I don't eat fast food. I'm not promoting fast food. So if you were money hungry, you wouldn't give a fuck if it was hurting anybody. You would take the money.
Dog. It is shocking to me that motherfuckers think I'm out here in Puerto Rico with a cork board, tax, string, graphic images, going, here's how we're gonna scam. This is how I'm gonna make my $1 million this time, motherfucker. We're gonna. I'm not even.
Sounds like a meat. It sounds like a meat. No, it sounds like a meat.
Logan Paul admits to everything Coffeezilla said.
Okay, but what about the text message with Jake the Snake, with Jake the Crypto King, whatever you want to fucking call this guy? When he says you're not that guy, you won't scam, and you reply saying, "Oh, but I am that guy." It's in Coffeezilla's video, right? These messages were leaked. What about that?
I was talking to Jake about this over Christmas break. I'm glad I got some time to spend with my brother. And he's like, I was like, are you aware of what's happening right now? And he goes, dude, I skipped past the video. He's like, I know you didn't fucking scam anyone. And I go, yeah, but like everyone thinks I did.
Well, this is what I see, and I could be completely wrong. Biting off more than you chew is kind of almost there, but I don't see it being complete because you're doing things that people don't do. So I don't expect you to stop doing what your nature is to do. And you want to see that new country that's not there or build that thing that's not there. The only thing that would just make a tweak of a difference is you're so creative that you're like, here's the idea, here's the process, here's the vision. Now this person's gonna do this, person's gonna do this. I'm gonna move on, and you're a creative. So all I would say is now is just like those the dev team, pick one person that is your right hand, and make sure that person is every day. If this guy shits or eats a sandwich at lunch, I want to fucking know.
I mean, George, it's part of the reason Originals worked so well. We found the guy, and he's fucking good, and we found a team that we can actually rely on to get things done.
Most important.
And then also that was a learning process for me, because Originals is a relatively easy project. I think it's easy to understand anyways, right?
Yeah.
One picture
Not
goes
easy build.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. One picture goes
So
live a day. It's a 24-hour auction. The next goes up. This thing took months to build, and there were so many delays, and I was frustrated with the build. But
again,
as is always going to be the case,
Sure,
Jeff,
I'd
because
take it.
I'm reporting directly to you, and you're reporting directly to me.
Of course. But
It was a learning for me in that. Fuck, dude, tech is hard. Holy fucking shit. I remember ESPN was down the one time we were trying to watch one of the biggest fights ever.
No.
What?
Tennis.
The
US Open.
US Open. ESPN was down. ESPN Plus or whatever the fuck. And Jeff goes, "Hey, just so you know, this is ESPN. It's one of the biggest content syndication organizations in the world, and they don't even have this shit down."
But we also also don't know whether it was the tech that was sending it into ESPN or was it ESPN?
The point is, tech is hard. Tech is hard. I realized that and learned that the hard way. And so, yeah, I guess to kind of answer your question, I'm a lot more cognizant now of exactly how hard it is to make the stupid little visions that I have in my head come true.
Interesting.
Okay, so wrapping this up for at least, I think, right? For now. Because I'm just curious, what else is there?
Hey, thank you for the follow.
About this, like
Paxfoot is now following.
Thank you.
It's been determined that there was not malintent. A scam did not take place. There was a misfire or some sort of, malpractice on behalf of some of the people involved in the project who will be held accountable. And there is a plan moving forward. Does it sound like those are the four main pillars of what's happening here?
Exactly. I would say there's been a plan moving forward.
A roadmap.
Yeah. CoffeeZilla happened to make this series and
in the middle of it.
And now it appears reactionary, but this has been happening. So that's where the defamation piece comes from, which is number 5 and 6. We've given Zilla part 4. He's probably going to milk the shit out of this. He's probably going to talk to more people who lost money. And that's where this also gets tricky, because I'm not sure what he's fabricating or if people are genuine about what they're saying, because he doesn't verify backgrounds or, like I said, substantiate any evidence. So he's probably going to put people who have lost here on a pillar and highlight them. That's what I would do if I were him. I'd milk the shit out of this. And like I said, he's probably going to. He's good. He's very good. But part 6 is the more he says and the more he continues to spread this misinformation that this was any sort of con or scam, the more I have for the lawsuit that I am filing. The defamation lawsuit. That is fucking happening, because this is wrong. This is fucking wrong. And there's a reason. There's a reason he won't come on this show. And he knows it's because he can't lie to me with his chest out while sitting in front of me.
And saying that you are a scammer.
Fuck
you are.
Okay. So, a defamation, right? A defamation case only works if any of the statements brought up against you in court are false, right? And then you have a defamation lawsuit. But if the statements brought up against you is true, so you don't have a case, right? You are the leader of this project. It was your responsibility as the owner of this business, owner of this tech, to be transparent with your people, with the clients, with your customers. When it wasn't working, when shit was hitting the fan, you had an obligation to let your fans know. I don't give a fuck if there was legal applications. You couldn't talk about it. The thing didn't work for a year, my guy. For a year. So yeah, you didn't beat CoffeeZilla to the punch. He beat you to the punch, investigates the story, and put it out. You didn't do it. You didn't do it before he did. So he you had plenty of chances to do it and you didn't. And now you just regret it now and you want to point fingers instead of making this right. Offer an apology. Make your fans and customers that bought into it, make them whole and move on.
What about the people that say, like, why don't you just do it live on his platform?
I am not feeding into this anymore on his shit because he did not change the course of my direction at all. He happened to make this series. It's not changing what we have been doing and are doing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What he did do is got me to speak about it. And I'm actually grateful for that.
I was about to say this is kind of like a good light because
I'm actually grateful for that. I do thank CoffeeZilla for shining a light on what even he highlighted and made in his year's worth of research in a 3-part series is that this situation is so fucked, so beyond fucked. You could make an entire documentary out of it. In fact, he did. But now I'm in a place where I actually do have to thank him for shining light on this. He just messed up by pointing the finger 100% at me in saying that there was any sort of fraud or scam taking place intentionally. Not even taking place intentionally, just taking place on my behalf.
Why did you block him on Twitter?
It's like a little gnat. It's like a little fucking annoying gnat, and it bothers me. He won. He got to me, bro. He's the most formidable opponent I've had. I'm not kidding. The guy's good. He's very smart. Very smart. He manipulates and twists the truth just the way he wants to get his people to believe a certain thing.
Right.
Good. It's marketing in a way, hiding behind the veil of, I don't make money off this platform. I'm doing God's work. I'm doing justice. By the way, go sign up to my Patreon. Go join my Patreon. We're gonna see the behind the scenes of my $10 million studio. $10 million studio. You got $10 million? Where did that money come from? I don't think so, pal.
I think he might be saying that sarcastically.
Or he rented it.
He's saying that sarcastically.
So you're saying he embellished or like rounded up?
No, I think he just says it sarcastically. It's like a joke.
It's in his descriptions on his Patreon, which I joined. He kicked me off though.
He refunded your
It's actually funny. He said he kicked me off. And he had a couple of zingers on Twitter. He kicked me off. It was like, who knows where that money came from?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. You got washed. You've been getting washed.
He smoked. Washed. I'm telling you, he's fucking good. He's a very formidable opponent.
Yes,
if
good.
I were him and I didn't like me in the same way that he doesn't like me, and also realizes how much he can gain from putting me in his thumbnail and his title, I'd probably be doing the same thing.
Okay. Question. And just to bring this up because I think it's a good transition point. Regardless of how strong his point was, or some of the points he made, or how he was able to submit, whatever he wants to say, there is always and will always be an army that is ready for Logan Paul to make a minor mistake. Now, it was so timely and convenient that the 3-part series dropped when you were already boiling in an unholy baptism of shit because of what you had said on the show before it.
Let me tell you something.
And so I want to change gears a little bit and get ready.
To quote Logan Paul, present thyself.
Because yes, you very much are Germany right now, fighting a two-pronged battle. I mean, you've got your battle in Africa and Russia, and you've got a different front where you're fighting for Jeff. When you make that face at me when I'm saying stuff, it's strange to me. Actually, do you have anything else to say about Crypto Zoo?
Trying to understand.
Get out of here. I'm talking, bro, and you're making this face like this.
Africa and Russia.
Do you know what a two-front war is?
Yeah.
Am I speaking a different language?
I just was okay.
I'm kidding. Sorry, I was joking.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Why did you?
I didn't.
I was trying to understand what he was talking about.
Okay, let's dive in.
Okay,
look, here's what happened.
So yeah, you were already. I mean, discovering the internet at that point before this even came out. You were trash. It was a wrap.
I'll tell you why. If you didn't know, you probably do. I made some pretty
He's gonna go
pretty
cry.
out of
He's
line
gonna go
comments to George about
They
George's
did.
beliefs. And I said, I'm not going to say what I said. I'm not even going there again because I'll tell you why. The following 3 weeks have been the hardest period of my fucking life. Buddy, God kicked me in the dick as hard as he fucking could. It's
Call that
started
a
happening.
God smack.
I
You
went-
got
I went-
God smack,
I went,
son.
there's no way. There's no way. We started off in Qatar. I got violent food poisoning.
Oh, before that, camera taken away at the airport.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Immediately
$20,000
upon
camera
landing.
taken.
So-
We were invited by Qatar. We landed Qatar. Camera stripped from us. All right, fire. $20,000 camera. All right, no problem.
Which he got.
We got it back a couple days later, but we get to my hotel. It's just little things here and there. Things are showing up. We misscheduled. Again, got violent fucking food poisoning. Next day, got alcohol poisoning.
How do you get alcohol
Luggage was
poisoning?
delayed, so we had no clothes to get to our events. Qatar was the first time I felt the wrath of God, and then
And then
and then the Zilla stuff dropped, and I had some shit happen in Denmark when I was supposed to meet my girlfriend's parents.
me and you got in a scuffle.
Wait.
outside the game.
Oh, me and Mike got in a massive fight. I got in his face
Yeah.
because Nina put her finger. She's a pointer, and she put her finger in Mike's face, and Mike rightfully so goes, "Get your finger out of my face." And then I instinctual. I go, "What the? I'll smack the fuck out of you. That's my girl."
No,
And-
you said, now my finger's in your face. What are you gonna do about it? and I literally just said, I'm going to go in the game now. And I walked away. But it was just a representation of just how horrible things had gotten.
Listen, ironically, I defamed Jesus and God, and I felt His wrath. And by the way, I want to make something clear, and I have something I'd like to say to you that I've been thinking about, but I'm gonna say
Okay,
this, I
okay.
wanna hear your
This is
take on
good.
this. But I'm not a fucking atheist. I believe in God. People think I don't believe in God. It might not identify as the same God as you, but it was very telling to me how the karmic energy of the universe, this is what I'll call it, just went right back around and put me in my place.
You want me to tell you something? I'll make this quick because people tend not to love when I talk about Jesus. But let me just tell you something. Actually, no, I don't want to come off like condescending. This is actually how I feel. Because I came off like funny, but I don't want people to think I'm telling a joke. The night before it happened, bro, I'm sitting and I'm reading the Bible. And I literally say a prayer to God. And I go, man, like, this is when me and you were kind of like going back and forth, and I was getting pissed at you, and I was like, "Fucking dude, God, I know you love him, but I want to kill him. I want to punch him in the face.
Can I say? Can I?
I want to hurt. Wait, hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
But I know you don't want me to, and I know you love him, and I know this opportunity between two best friends could open a lot of people's eyes to who God is. So I sat there and I said, God, whatever direction. And by the way, I was getting so much heat for the Bobby Lee thing, for walking off. This was the period, right? So I sat there and I go, God, what do you want from me, bro? And I swear I have two witnesses. God says, be quiet and love. And I was just like, whoa. And like, bro, like I felt it, right?
Wait, who are the witnesses?
Watch. So I'm in the kitchen. Belle's cooking dinner, and I sat there and I go, Belle, I think God just talked to me. Like I'm not trying to be like a lunatic. And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, I think, and hear me out. I think I just got to talk out of love. I got to talk out of love. And she's like, why do you keep saying that? And I was like, I don't know. I just feel like I got to talk out of love. And it was so strong in my heart, bro. I left my Bible and my phone right by Belle. And I sat on the couch and I'm just sitting off. And I'm like, bro, what does he want from me? What does he want from me? What does he want me to do? How can I fix this? How can I go and portray Jesus in the best way possible? I get a phone call. I miss it because I'm over here. Another phone call. She goes, hey, Adam is blowing up your phone. The guy who works, from the chiropractor place. And I answer the phone. He's dripping wet, bro. Like he just got out of the shower. He goes, bro, I got to tell you something. He goes, whatever you're doing, Jesus told me to tell you that he loves you and yes. And I'm like, what? I go, why did you just say that? Belle put her knife down. I go, buddy, back up. Why did you say that? He goes, I have no idea what's going on. I'm in the shower because that's why he was wet. He goes, I'm praying about my family, my friend. He goes, 3 times in my prayer, God interrupted me. He goes, go tell George whatever he feels in his heart is right. So I go, whoa. The next day, I'm standing here on the podcast, and you're saying this shit, and I'm like, whoa, he's really like spewing out his heart. He's really spewing out his heart. And 2 things I caught in our conversation that we were having. When I said, Jesus is my Lord and Savior, you said, he's mine too. And that rang in my heart. I go, that's weird, because we're not seeing that on the same page. And then you were fighting that I needed a therapist and that the Bible wasn't enough. And I said, I think the Bible has more knowledge than any man. And you said, I think that has merit to it.
Wait,
and
say that again. Please say that again.
That the Bible has more wisdom than a man who's trying to
or woman,
whatever, with therapist. And you said, yeah, I believe that has merit to it. And it was at that moment, bro, where I was like, oh my God, like we're learning. So how I see it is God has an arrow, right? And I'm sitting here thinking I'm right, and you're sitting there thinking you're right. And I had a habit of speaking out of like, yo, I have to convince you, I have to do this. But sometimes it didn't come from love, because I'm convicted, and I'm just trying to like help you. And then you're like, nah, fuck that, blah, blah, blah. And all we had to learn is like, regardless of what you say and regardless of what I say, speak out of love. Speak out of love. So then when the whole world went from like, look at this pussy, he doesn't know how to talk, he's so stupid, he talks about Jesus, he walks off, and then you did what you did, and then God literally took the whole world and flipped it on its head. And it was right at the moment where I was like battling. I'm like, God, like you gave me everything that I have to sit in this chair. I go, am I speaking too much about you? Are people getting annoyed? Like, what's the deal? What's happening here? And to be honest, bro, like it just came to the conclusion of this. There is a very, very, very real God. I don't care who stands before me now. There is a very real God.
Yes, that's true.
Logan,
100%.
you should take away that, bro. Like the Japan thing was one thing, but you're a good-hearted person, and you learned from that and you moved on. And a lot of people in the comment section was like, Logan doesn't deserve George. George should leave and go do other podcasts. And I sat there, and I really mean to say this from my heart, bro. Like, what kind of man are you that when your friend says something or does something that you're like, okay, now the one time he fucks with me, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not. Like, it really made me realize that we are in a generation fueled by burn the neighbor that's next to you. And I just wanted to take the time to say,
oh, wow,
thank
that's
you
powerful.
for everything you've given to me. Thank you for the opportunity you've given to me. I'm sorry you're going through what you're going through. But God loves you, and he is still with you, regardless of the situation that you put yourself in, regardless in the light that you want to paint yourself in. There is a very real God that will walk through this journey with you, even though the whole world turned against you. That God is right near you. Neither him or me or Mike or any single person here will ever abandon a man like you, because you're not worth abandoning, and I love you.
God damn.
Well,
I love you, bro.
Maybe not if you could say anything else, besides the Lord's name.
That was probably horrible to say
just
right after that. Just how I speak. Listen, I fucking love you. That was incredible. And I feel it. I feel it, George. Like I feel God's presence in my life. I just don't identify as a particular thing, and my God might not be the same as yours. Maybe it is. I don't fucking know.
But there was a learning curve for you.
100%. And I just wanted to say the reason that I was upset with you was just because of the one comment that you misheard. The one comment that I actually
All right, Mac. Finish this up.
I think it was dangerous, and this was part of that clip that was going viral. Although, like, my whole attitude towards you was not appropriate. The part where you said you told me I need a therapist because I believe in Jesus, which I said to George that you misheard that. That's not what I said. That is a dangerous belief to say. But since you said it, and it's ironic. On the podcast, I let you finish it, and then I corrected you, but no one clipped the correction, right? That doesn't fit.
I think the direction of where your mindset is what people saw. I don't think it's just that clip.
I agree. However, and I'm gonna say something here, but like, again, I believe what I believe. How I said it was fucked up.
Yeah.
And that particular clip bothered me because that wasn't something that came out of my mouth.
Yeah, you were painted in a direction that you weren't painted in.
Exactly.
Somewhat might say how you paint Jesus. So maybe you tasted the medicine.
Yeah, I like that. Or Christians in general. That's an interesting point.
Okay.
But I do have to back him on that. The statement was, you need a therapist because Jesus ain't doing it for you. And the viral clip was you saying that he said you need a therapist because you believe in Jesus.
And I was upset with you because that twisting of just like words in a sentence is fucking dangerous and not what I said. And it really changes the sentiment of what I was saying. But however, and you said it, and we spent a couple hours on the phone. We hashed it out. A day to 2 days after the podcast.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it ended in like, yo, I fucking love you. We're homies, like day ones, and this is how I believe any good friendship should have its bumps. It's what makes the friendship stronger. And what you said, we're both learning from each other, and I learned so fucking much from you. And that's what's important to me. Which I was fine taking that heat online because you sleep in the bed you make, and I made that bed by being a fucking dickhead to you, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. What I wasn't okay with was something that I didn't say, twisted a certain way, almost in the same way CoffeeZilla was doing. That's what hurt me. But what matters to me the most, bro, because I'm no stranger to controversy online, and I understand that everything is it's just a matter of time. This too shall pass, right?
Yeah.
And I'm here learning and growing and trying to be the best person that I can be. The difference is I'm doing it all in front of y'all. The most important thing to me was the relationship that I have with you.
Yeah.
And the fact that we were able to reach a common ground as we always do, which is, I think, why I'm so comfortable being so blunt with you sometimes. I shouldn't have done it. In the way that I did it.
Yeah.
As long as we're good, dude, I'm happy. I'll take all the heat online. And
I do want to say one last thing. I learned a lot from you. We have two different point of views in life, and we pick off of each other. A lot of people don't see that because it's behind cameras, but I really want to speak to the people that are willing to listen, and I say that because a lot of people aren't. But be careful how you treat the people around you, bro, because it will come full circle towards you. No one's perfect. When I sat across my best friend and he had his point of views, I respected everything he says. Now, there's a lot that has to do with, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But bro, grow the fuck up. Grow up.
No, I think that's a bad thing to say.
Well, just hear me out. Just
no,
1 second. Let me just finish.
Because it derails everything he just said. It's how you say something is everything.
True.
What you say is nothing. It's all in how you say
Fair enough, but there's a lot of passion that goes behind politics and religion. And if you can't separate somebody's passion, this becomes war. So what I want to see is I want to see people that see from Logan's point of view that's like, hey, you know what? I grew up in a situation where my best friend was gay, so I don't love the religion that you serve because why push this guy aside or blah, blah, blah. His feelings and his directions doesn't mean he's the only one that feels this way. So even though the Christian community came and backed me, Muslims backed me, Jewish people backed me, I love it. But what we should be fighting for is, bro, equal love. If you worship a God or you don't worship a God or you see a painting and you see it in a way that nobody else will see it, your point of view is not greater than your neighbor's. No other religion. No, I don't believe that you have to be a part of something and say it's this or nothing, because nobody's point of view, nobody's religion, and nobody's love should ever dictate the neighbor next to you. And if you're not mature enough or educated enough to hear somebody's point of view and just take it with love and be like, okay, yeah, it's not for me or it is for me.
True.
Look yourself in the mirror and be like, what am I contributing to this earth? Because it ain't love. because I could sit with any single man in front of me. I don't care how sinful he is, and we could have a great conversation. And I was broken that the whole world watched me and you come up from Vine and say, nah, it's the time that he leaves. That is heartbreaking because that just shows me that we're.
Right, that's.
I agree with it. I'm in the same boat as you, but there's even a whole shitload of people out there that believe otherwise from that don't believe in any kind of higher power. And as long as you have a conversation with those people with respect and with love, then that belief set is even okay. No one's trying to force anything down each other's throats. We're all just trying to coincide and coexist together and be cool and share love with each other and share this planet.
My fire comes from when I feel intolerance being perpetuated.
And I get that. I understand that. And I think that one specifically, they fly how you say it. It's acceptable. There's nothing wrong with finding something, picking it apart as it exists, but you just can't blanket statement, you can't lump people in together.
I want to bookend this with
what a funny picture.
No, I got a letter from a passenger on a plane when kind of in the midst of all this. Granted, as a fault of my own, but this was something I really appreciated at this time in my life, and like really, really appreciated it. And I appreciate it now, obviously, but like I needed to hear this at the time. I think we're on a flight back from Denmark to the States.
He doesn't even remember the fuck. You really appreciated it.
Handed me this note, and I had no idea what it was going to be. I think I was in such a negative headspace that time. I was positive it was going to be some talking shit, telling me to go fucking die or some shit.
What the fucking balls on that kid if he did. Just imagine the plane didn't land and he goes, hey, read this, dickhead, and he just sits back, buckles up.
It's like Dear Logan, aka Agent of the Matrix. T owns you. You are an L plus ratio. Love little Johnny from 7C.
That's what I thought. And so this kid handed me this note, and I read it. I posted this on Twitter.
Yeah, all right.
Dear Logan, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sure you'd just like to have a normal.
2023 is here. We made it to the new year.
Yeah.
What a shit fucking New Year's Eve. But I want to touch really quickly. Does anyone have any big New Year's resolutions? I started a really tough program today, and I want to get your guys' feedback and the feedback of the audience as to whether you think that I'm actually going to make it. We're actually going to put a poll on the screen right here, and you could choose if you think that I'm going to make it or not. But it's called 75 Hard. And it's really tough, dude. It's like the highest level of fucking discipline, I think, in terms of like New Year's programs.
75 Hard?
It's a tough one, bro. So basically what it is, no, you have to set a diet and you have to stick to it. So no cheat meals, like zero. You have to have a 45-minute indoor workout every day and a 45-minute outdoor workout every day. You have to drink 1 gallon of water, no alcohol, and you have to read 10 pages of nonfiction every single day for 75 days. No substitutes, no excuses. If you fuck up, if you eat a donut that wasn't in your diet, you have to start over. You have to go back to day one.
Don't you have to eat cheeseburgers every week?
So that's what for
all right.
So one time, right?
I was gonna say.
So one.
I have to.
So
I
one
was gonna
time.
wrap this up. I'm surprised he went into this late in the podcast.
Well, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about
Well,
anything
dude, it's
besides
kind of
drama.
funny that you were like, no excuses, nothing. Do you have a cheeseburger? Hold the phone. So for content,
How does that work?
Well, it's one of those moments where you get misrepresented or misinterpreted.
no, it's not misinterpreted. It said no excuse, and then now there's an excuse.
I wonder if I can finish my thought.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. That was wrong of me, and I apologize. But when
You have to set a diet
okay,
and then stick to it.
yeah, but your
So
sheet says no cheat meals. It says 0 cheat
what
meals.
if the 1 burger a week, George, isn't a cheat meal and it's put into the diet?
Oh, so you can just make it whatever you want.
No, you should make it as
I like this
you
challenge.
shouldn't-
I'll do this. All right.
It's not a cheat meal, but we're at.
Me?
Oh, so nothing about the New Year shit. We don't want to talk
No,
about
bro. This
I believe you could do it though because you do things that you're really good at getting yourself to do hard things, and I believe in you.
Well, I got off heroin. Thanks for that one, Barbara Walters. R.I.P. Barbara Walters. by the way.
Does the past month trigger any PTSD based on past experiences? I'm assuming from like controversy that I've riled up. And Does it elicit thoughts about fragility? Great.
Hey man, is that a wrap-up question or another 45 minutes?
I'll answer it real quickly. It's a great question. No, this is completely new to me. This is completely new to me. This is a completely different experience. Mike said it. I've gone through a little bit of metamorphosis in the past month that I think I probably needed in my life to again be this person that I keep talking about, that I want to become and believe I am, and continue to grow because I am a work in progress. But no, it's completely new to me, bro. I'm no PTSD because it has not happened yet. I've not been here, and I'm navigating as I go. Can I end on one note?
Yeah.
Thanks for cutting off my conversation to hear more about Logan, as if we haven't heard enough about him in this fucking podcast.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Let's talk more about the one guy that no one likes right now. Thanks a lot. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna do that or this. I wasn't gonna do this particular episode because it didn't feel right. But I'm proud of what we're building, and we were just released Prime Energy. Hit my dick, man. Prime Energy, baby. 10 calories, 0 sugar. Tastes delicious. 5 delicious flavors. 300 milligrams of caffeine. Prime has now launched a new product, Prime Energy. Again, 10 calories. That's it. 0 sugar. 300 milligrams of electrolyte. A better for you caffeinated beverage to add to our hydration line, ladies and gentlemen. We're proud of it. We're taking on some of the biggest companies, energy companies in the world, and you're going to see this in your local retailers. It's going to be a big year for us. We got a lot of big stuff coming up, as usual, especially if you want energy now. Drink Prime. It's better for you.
Add it to your 75 hard.
Oh, this is on the things I can't eat or drink.
You're not going to do it.
No
You're
shot.
not going to do anything.
No shot. Yeah, that's all. I think that's it.
Oh, alrighty. That was a lot. He really just, I don't know. He said a lot, but didn't say a lot at the same time. Especially about the whole CoffeeZilla thing. Dude.
This is a mod. Oh my god. Bro, we're gonna play this on release. This is incredible.
What is this?
Okay. This is a Demon Souls mechanic. Just left the item there. Makes me so mad.
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now. I'm filling out the reports and everything, looking at the bullets.
Okay, if it was you, can you just tell me just so I know?
I just told you if
No, I'm
it
saying,
was in the water, it was me.
No, I'm saying like at the rampart, because there was 2 times, right? Like.
Hanake. I mean, we take those, right? The reality is, the first is legit so hot the server's about to crash. You can tell.
Oh man. What do you guys want to see?
back for another episode of Worth It.
We're not just noodling around here, but we are covering noodles.
Noodles. We've done many types of noodles in the past. Pasta, spaghetti, ramen. Today, we're focusing on non-Italian noodles in Los Angeles.
Today on Worth It, we're gonna be trying 3 delicious
Be right back.
noodle dishes at 3 drastically different price points to find out which noodle is the most worth it at its price. Okay, so we're sticking specifically to Asian dishes. The first place we're going to, where are we going?
We're going to Lao Sher Noodle House to see Joe and Ellen, and we're having their wife's special noodle dish.
Sweet, very, very sweet. Like, the story is sweet, like
It is actually a sweet story. How did you come to start this business together?
It's history.
I can't find my favorite noodle in LA.
It was different than what you were used to?
Very different.
Yeah.
You want to keep the original style from my hometown, Shanxi province, northwest of China.
I'm curious how many styles of noodle there are from your hometown.
More than 1,000 different.
More than 1,000
Yeah.
different styles?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the cat's ear noodle, 猫耳朵, also in my hometown we make a lot. Most of the time we make it with lamb or beef soup. Actually, it's very similar like macaroni noodle. Knife cut noodle is a flat and a thick noodle. That noodle we usually make stir fry.
We are focusing on the wife's special noodle dish. Could you tell us what is the story behind that dish?
Introduce this to
She's my wife. 原来我们俩是大学同学，我是学唱歌的，他是学钢琴的。然后呢，他给我当了1年的钢琴伴奏。后来呢，他叫我们几个同学上他们家吃饭，就给做了一个这面条，就觉得特别好吃。然后我当时就觉得，哎，这个娶回家也不错啊，天天能吃上啊，挺好的。
The noodle is called Helao style. It's long and thin noodle. The machine push it to the pot directly, so it's very, very fresh. Usually only take 2 or 3 minutes to cook it. The first sauce, the beef, tasty will be a little bit spicy. And the tomato with egg, we just use tomato fry with egg. A little bit sour tasty. The ground pork, just soybean paste with ground pork.
If I'm understanding this correctly, in your hometown, it's common to eat each of these sauces with noodles. Sometimes people will combine 2, and you had the idea to put all 3 together.
Yeah.
Why was that?
The flavor will be more complete.
Because I like this flavor. Together, have a vegetable and a meat, have a sour, have a salty, one bowl. It's great.
You guys also make dumplings here. Do you have a recommendation which one we should try?
No, lamb dumpling. New item for me.
I'm gonna do it with vinegar and chili oil.
Dumpling cheers.
Cheers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Go to the bath together. Come on. Yeah.
I have to have another.
Share some with, I don't know. Oh, there it is.
Want one, Annie? It's a very soft lamb
Very
flavor.
light.
Yeah. Yeetie hasn't had one.
Actually, the most important thing about this dumpling, the wrapper.
Which is the same dough as the noodles.
This is a lot of food.
This is a fun amount. Cheers.
Cheers.
Delicious noodle. Yeah.
I always love a noodle that you can just stuff in your face. Are we monsters?
I'm sorry.
I see Annie going like this with the headphones. Sorry, it's a lot of slurping going on.
I honestly had never heard of tomato egg before today.
This is kind of crazy because it's like combining all of these flavors from my childhood, just all those things, and it's like, whoa, like it just like.
Steven, that's Ratatouille.
That's Ratatouille? I still haven't seen that movie.
1,000 types of noodles, approximately.
So comforting. Very, very good noodle dish.
Before we go to our next noodle place, we're going to a place called Bistro Naz that does Beijing specialty desserts.
Yes.
And this place is recommended by our good friend Yeetie. Do you want to finish that before we... Yeah, this is the biggest Lazy Susan I've ever seen.
Choo-choo.
Okay. I said, Yeetie, where should we get some desserts? And she said, you have to go to Bistro Naz. And why is that?
They have food from my hometown, Beijing. I eat here a lot, cure my homesick, and their dessert is something I grew up eating, so I figure you guys should try it.
Wow.
Okay.
Here you go.
So this is how Edie lives. I know exactly what I want, but I want to ask Edie what we should eat.
The donkey roll.
The donkey roll.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to start with a donkey roll?
That's not the best one, Edie. You're wrong. I'm a sesame roll kind of guy.
Before we enjoy the rest of these desserts, let's enjoy a noodle fact.
Noodle fact for your noodle.
Oh wow, aren't all facts noodle facts?
Yeah.
Because they improve your noodle.
Yeah, I did that joke just now.
The Chinese, generally speaking, don't dry their pasta, but Italians do.
I have never made that distinction.
For our spaghetti episode, we saw spaghetti extruded, but they allowed it to dry before boiling, whereas at Lao Shi, it extruded straight into the water. I think it's because it's not optimized for that al dente flavor that you get from drying.
It explains so much of why I like Chinese noodles more than pasta.
Yeah?
Because they're just
Squishier?
squishier, yes.
So for our next noodle stop, we're going to see Bugra at Dolan's Uyghur Cuisine, where we're gonna be trying their big plate chicken. Before we have that, we're gonna eat the rest of these desserts.
Okay, so cut the camera, let us go to town.
I like it.
What is Uyghur cuisine?
The Uyghur region is located as a middle point of the Silk Road. It's influenced by the Persian, Indian, Turkish, and Chinese. Many people ask us, you guys have kebab and you guys have some wok dish. How do you invented this? But actually, this is original Uyghur food. Our chef Arkin gonna do all dishes today.
What are the highlight dishes of Uyghur cuisine?
In ancient time, the Uyghur people do kebab in the desert. So you make a fire and you make that tower and its shape is like that fire. Polo is very traditional, braised rice and meat, carrots, raisins together. Manta, it looks like a Chinese dumpling, but bigger. The dough is very thin. It's stuffed with beef and onion and spices.
So talking about the big plate chicken. So I imagine it's big.
Yes, it's huge.
I thought this was a noodle episode, Andrew.
This is a noodle dish, right?
Of course, yeah, it comes with noodle. This is like very typical Chinese and Uyghur fusion. We fry the chicken with the oil and peppers and spices. Cinnamon, cumin, star anise, strand pepper. So this is spicy. We put the potato and we braise half an hour. We also make the handmade noodle. Noodle itself should be chewy. We make the noodle with water, salt, and egg whites.
Egg whites in
Egg
the
whites,
dough?
yeah, because it makes it really chewy. And it's thick noodle. This is the difference between big plate chicken noodle with the other noodle dish. Yeah, it should be thick and white.
I noticed with the big plate chicken, all the noodles are covered by the things on top. Why are you trying to build this mountain of meat on top of the noodles?
Because the big plate chicken, it has soup. So when you eat the noodle, mix it with the soup, it's like amazing taste.
I've never seen a teacup like this before.
All are handmade.
Wow. Handmade?
Yeah, flower tea. This is very common in my country. This is also sort of my creation.
Cheers.
Mmm.
Don't
Cheers.
spill the tea.
Mmm. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Rose.
Is there cinnamon in here?
Yes.
Cinnamon.
Cardamom.
Cardamom.
You ready for some big plate chicken, Steven?
Big plate chicken, here we go.
My goodness. Okay, we got one noodle sticking out over here.
Okay.
Should we start with chicken since
Yeah.
this is big plate chicken? Wow, that smells good.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little
The
spicy.
taste that comes with it, linger.
There we go. A noodle.
Oh, I want one of those kinds of noodles. That one's been sitting below the weight
Yeah.
of the chicken. Got it, I got it.
It's delicious looking, right?
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh man.
Whoa.
The noodle itself is very dumpling-like.
Dumpling-like.
In its softness.
It's like you're eating a
Yeah.
dumpling in one noodle.
It really is like a soup at the bottom.
I know. Why
But
don't we have a spoon?
I think it's because the noodle is your spoon.
It's. Oh, and
Sound of spoons.
As we say that, thank you so much. See this peppercorn here? It's all going in. Oh, that's so good.
Really? Okay, I need
You
to
gotta
try
do
now.
it.
Yeah.
Focusing on the tongue.
The heat builds a little bit. The numbing peppercorn is
I
there
love
a little
that.
bit.
Yeah.
The addition of cinnamon is really surprising and delightful.
But it reminds me of Malaysian cuisine. A lot of the dishes there are literally marriages. There's no better description of this than a marriage of dishes.
It's delicious.
I get it. I get why they say stop noodling around. Because it takes a long time to eat a noodle. Is that it? Sometimes when you get out of a movie and you're like, I don't know what to say.
Like when you finish a good book and you just need to like take a walk and do nothing.
Or like 1.5 hour drive across Los Angeles all the way to Beverly Hills.
Because that's where we're going next. But before that happens...
Noodle fact! Historians believe that Chinese noodles originated more than X years ago in the Han Dynasty. What is X?
You have to guess if you know how old the Han
I don't know how old the Han Dynasty is. 1,500 years ago.
Now double that and then add 1,000. 4,000
4,000 years ago? I wonder what the first shape was. You find that funny, Annie?
Never thought of that before.
Yeah, what was the first noodle shape?
Oh, noodle shape. Yeah, me too.
China has been making bread longer than they've been making noodles, and noodle making stemmed from the ripping of dough into boiling water.
Whoa! Okay, going across town, making my way across town. Now headed to Crustacean, a landmark Vietnamese American spot. We're gonna be having An's famous garlic noodles, and on top of that, Dungeness crab. The noodles are a creation of the founder of the restaurant, Colleen An, and she's kept the recipe secret. So they are made in a secret kitchen, and we can't go in there.
We'll be speaking with Chef Tony. Maybe he can spill the beans on these noodles.
That's okay. I mean, Oprah actually filmed here, and she wasn't allowed in there, so we're pretty much Oprah.
I understand that your kitchen operates somewhat in secret.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
We have a kitchen within a kitchen. That kitchen's for family members and people that have worked in the restaurant for over 10 years.
Why?
My boss, Chef Helene An, she first started way back in the 70s in this little deli and slowly putting Asian flares here and there. She knew she was onto something, so she wanted to keep it within the family. We have about 4 items that come from the secret kitchen only. The garlic noodles have been around since it's been open. She saw that everybody loved spaghetti and like Parmesan, so that was her inspiration. She was just named the mother of Asian fusion. This is the signature dish of the restaurant.
Asian fusion has been looked at in a variety of ways. Where I grew up, it was looked down on. But you're doing Asian fusion, and it's right here in Beverly Hills. How were you able to flip the narrative of an Asian fusion food?
I think it was just something cool for people to hate on fusion, but the way I became very comfortable about it is when I spoke with Helene. She didn't even really know what fusion was. She's like, I just cooking the way I want to cook. Now, if we're grabbing from different regions of the world, as long as you're doing it intelligently, the end result should be pretty tasty.
And so this is our last stop in our video. It's the $3 signs. But the noodles themselves are not really the expensive thing here, right?
Generally, if you're getting a crab, you're always getting a garlic noodle, but they're 2 separate items on the menu. I would say 99.9% people that get the crab, they always get a noodle.
To enjoy the noodles to their best.
This is not a question. You have to get the crab.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Whoa. This smells like my fire alarm is about to go off.
Look at that. It feels like something you shouldn't do at a restaurant this nice, but I do just want to go.
Caviar cheers.
Oh man, that's so awesome.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Here we go.
Here we go. Ah, there's the hit of garlic. It takes about 2 seconds.
1 crab in the shell and 1 crab picked out the shell.
Nice.
Wow. And bibs? No way.
Yes. This is way more simple than I thought.
Right.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Huh.
I just want to eat this whole bowl.
Huh. It's so fluffy.
A fluffy
Squishy,
noodle.
fluffy
Yeah.
noodle.
I'm gonna do a little bit of crab.
Isn't this the life? Pre-picked crab. Mmm.
It's really good, right?
This is my fantasy as a kid of what a dish should taste like.
This is so close to the buttered noodles you'd eat as a kid, right? Add on the best version of a buttery thing. Buttery crab meat.
Pre-picked crab, okay, is like birds who get to eat food that's already been chewed up for them by their parents.
Talking about when a mama bird chews up food and then throws it up into the chickling's mouth.
The idea of having food prepared for you.
It's a mother's love, right? It's great.
Now, how do you make it? That's the question. Long noodles, long life.
Long day.
That's what they say. One thing that was your favorite thing that was not a noodle today?
The noodle extruder at Lauscher Noodle House. That was like a old-fashioned manual train cart.
At Crustacean, below the floor, there's a fish tank, and there's a lot of beautiful koi fish living down there. Okay, Andrew, which noodle was the most worth it at its given price?
I'll give a honorable mention to the cat's ear noodle from Lauscher. My worth it winner is gonna go to Dolan's Uyghur cuisine.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We agree for once. I love Crustacean, and I was gonna say Lauscher because the vast experiences you get in one bowl. My worth it winner goes to Dolan's Uyghur cuisine.
Adam, who's your worth it winner? Annie, who's your favorite noodle from today? And Yeety, while we're in the neighborhood. Well, that does it for episode 2 in our end of year mini-series. Come back next week for a very crispy conclusion.
It also has soft ends.
Fried chicken sandwich.
Oh, come on, Adam.
All right, Steven, this will be our final Worth It episode for 2019.
Today on Worth It, we're gonna be trying 3 fried chicken sandwiches at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its price.
I think we're experiencing at the moment a little bit of a fried chicken sandwich craze. We thought we'd investigate the issue and do fried chicken sandwiches ourselves.
I like what you said, investigate.
Oh, look at that fresh asphalt.
The way you say words.
It looks golden and delicious the way fresh fried chicken does. Doesn't that look delicious? That looks tasty. What? So the first place we're heading to is the window at American Beauty. Chef Alicia is going to be showing us their fried chicken sandwich. American Beauty is a steakhouse, and during the day, they have a to-go window that does things like burgers, fries, fried chicken sandwiches, obviously.
I like that a lot. It feels very New York. I don't know where I'm going with that. I just like it. I just like New York.
What is the window?
So the window is our daytime operation where we serve delicious food at a very affordable price.
So I understand this chicken sandwich is under $6?
Yeah, it's $5.50.
Wow.
That is crazy.
I don't know if I'd say we're competition with fast food, but we're trying to hit around the price point of the regular fast food chains. We're making everything in-house. The idea is to deliver hospitality to our guests, whether they order the fried chicken sandwich at the window or they're ordering our steaks at night. So we butterfly the chicken so it spreads out, we pound it so it's the same thickness around.
I saw that you were also scoring the meat before you were pounding it.
By scoring it, we're both helping the buttermilk and the seasoning penetrate, but also we're giving a little bit more surface space, so there's a little bit more crunchy parts. Then we just fry it. We have the awesome Martin's potato rolls, the jalapeno aioli, which gives a little bit more fat and some heat. And then we have this very simple slaw that gives a little freshness, just cabbage, some carrots, red onion, and a very simple red wine vinaigrette.
Is that what you would say makes a perfect fried chicken sandwich? Is it the balance of all of those things together?
For me, I think it's really a combination of it all. It's an evolution while you're eating it. And as it goes, it kind of all complements itself. And I think that really makes for a better and more enjoyable eating experience.
That's our order. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that smells amazing. Sorry, just
that was a hard hit. There's something about food in a box like this that I just love every time. It's like the American bento box.
Nice.
You need ketchup with your fry?
I do.
Okay, hold on, I got you.
All right. Well, that's a good fry. I mean, what?
What? You look like I don't dump this ketchup on your head.
Do it, I dare you. Fries.
Incredible fry. It's crunchy like cereal is crunchy.
Okay, let's go sando time. Oh.
Look at that.
Whoa, it feels fluffier than I thought.
That's that potato bun. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah,
that was a really good first bite.
Wow.
Oh, really good second bite.
I have a feeling every bite is gonna be good.
What I'm realizing about this bun, it's so soft and fluffy that it is doing its job in like making the fried chicken the real star of the show.
So this is the why are we having fried chicken as a sandwich question, you know? Because we've done fried chicken before, but the bun just dials the whole thing back into like soft donut territory, which I kind of like. You know what this does kind of remind me of?
Tell me.
I think you're gonna be mad that you didn't think of this.
No, I think it's gonna be less exciting than I thought. lot.
The Peking duck bun that we had in New York, that soft, squishy bun with a delicious meat and condiment and crispy vegetable, plus the cucumber and the sauce that adds like a little sweetness.
You're right. Okay, yeah.
American Beauty. What a beautiful time in America.
That's too easy for you. I'm disappointed.
Okay, so before our next proper fried chicken sandwich, we're actually gonna have a bonus piece of fried chicken. Friend of the show, David Chang, has a number of fried chicken sandwich shops called Fuku. They have an off-menu, mega spicy fried chicken designed to taste better as a cold product. It's like a food pun, but in the language of flavor and temperature.
Sounds more like an oxymoron.
It's like a fun...
And you'd have to be an oxymoron to eat this.
Okay, you know what's terrifying? Black gloves that come with your food. Here it is. Oh. Put your gloves on. This guy's walking his dog and is just looking at 3 guys putting on black gloves. Oh my God. It looks upsetting.
Why? Oh.
It looks like mummified meat.
Why is it so dark?
Adam, I wish you had that bottle of ranch on standby. I thought we were just dipping. Adam, this is so bizarre. Like,
Oh, it's cold.
Cheers. Oh, it's not too bad.
oh. Oh, it's like cinnamon sugary too.
Oh.
Oh.
It's bad.
There's pickles that you can have alongside. No, I don't like this.
Give me that fact.
Okay, hot, cold, fried chicken fact time. Well, that's good. An ice slush drink.
It's making it worse.
Can you say hot, cold, fact chicken time?
Hot, cold, fat chicken time. Oh, wow.
The chemical in spicy foods that make something spicy is capsaicin. Capsaicin is known to increase energy, reduce appetite, increase salivation, and release endorphins.
Ability to taste reduces in higher temperatures above 86 degrees Fahrenheit, as well as lower temperatures below 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh.
I think this chicken might be right in the center. You're still going?
Oh my goodness.
So we're on our way downtown to Pico Nico. We're going to see Chef Kaniko and have her fried chicken sandwich.
Okay. Is it spicy?
No, it's okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Pikuniko means picnic plus kuniko. So everything is in to-go box and you can eat outside of the restaurant like a picnic.
Why did you choose fried chicken as the cornerstone of the menu?
I grew up with it. My grandma never liked cooking, so we always go buy it. When I came here, I ate this southern style fried chicken with thick crust and I loved it. So I did a hybrid, light as Japanese, but also crunchiness. Normally it's a wheat flour, but we do brown rice and potato starch. That's maybe the most special part of our fried chicken. Our fryer don't carry any gluten. A lot of my friends' kids, they have a serious allergy and they never eaten fried chicken. So I said, okay, you can come here.
Why did you want to offer a sandwich option for your fried chicken?
I'm trying to belong here.
Do you ever find those in Japan?
I don't believe it's a popular thing. Japanese just pack rice ball and fried chicken and pickles, and that's our picnic. But a lot of people said, Kuni, come on, like you live in the United States, like everybody loves sandwich, come up with a great one. I wanted to make the sandwich as special as I could. We created a golden bun, which carries turmeric. The turmeric is like anti-inflammatory, so you can lessen your feeling of I'm eating fried chicken today. To me, sandwich is about combination. The soft bun, crunchy chicken, acid from lemon vinaigrette. I wanted to have everything in one bite.
I mean, you say one bite, but I've seen the sandwich and it's quite tall.
Yes.
How do I eat that with one bite?
Smash.
We've come for the sandwiches, but we also got a salad that we're gonna try first.
I like my seaweed and cucumber salad. Our seaweed is from Japan and it's salt cured. The texture is not like dehydrated, like wakame, like a paper thing. It's very meaty and satisfying. I eat my salads every day.
Cheers.
Wow. I'm not sure I've ever had this type of seaweed before. It is denser and meatier.
Pause button. Back to the sandwich. She gave us good advice to smush. Whoa.
Look at how juicy the chicken is.
Yeah,
Do you
look
see
at the
the
chicken.
juices coming out? It's the hidden benefit of the squish.
Cheers.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It's a face wiper for sure. It's a very good sandwich.
Dude, the star of this fried chicken sandwich?
Say it on 3. 1,
2, 3.
The
bread.
pickles.
Ah, defend your case, because I think you're wrong.
It's the sourness that makes you want all the other stuff.
True, but come on, look at this bread. It's squishy, has a nice bite, it's not falling apart.
It's a beautiful sandwich. The texture of this stuff, almost like moss-like. You ever look at moss and think, I bet that's tasty.
I never think that.
Really? I think it'd be a cool texture to eat. It's like a hanging garden.
It's like that plant up there. I think this makes like potentially the perfect sandwich. You got this fried chicken that's delicious, but then the things around it so that you're not feeling like greasy.
It's not greasy at all.
There's fried chicken on this side, right? And
Yeah.
so she's like, okay, what do I put on this side to balance it out?
Sprouts, miso jam, pickles. Oh, a little too far?
Oh, okay.
Jalapenos on this side. Boom. I feel like we said some good stuff. But dirty move, Adam. It's a dirty, dirty move. Are you eating the one that you didn't already steal a piece of chicken out of? I see. I know how you work. Pika Nico, what do you think?
The bread, so good.
Ooh, I feel like a picnic. Does that make any sense?
No. Before we go to our next spot, fried chicken sandwich fact time.
Fried chicken sandwich fact.
Though it's not currently on the menu, for a time, KFC offered the Double Down Sandwich. I remember that one. Which consisted of 2 fried chicken fillets doubling as the bun. And the filling was bacon, cheese, and sauce. I actually have a very fond memory of this.
You actually ate this thing.
I tried it. It was as amazing as it sounds.
Really? I remember that thing. That was madness. It's like, just eat food, guys. What are you doing? Isn't it even a sandwich at that point, or are you just picking up food? Like, if I just pick up a steak and eat it with my hand, is that a sandwich?
Yeah, 2 of them.
We started this video at a steakhouse. Now we're going to a seafood restaurant.
Oh, okay.
We're on our way to Son of a Gun, where Chef Greg is going to show us their fried chicken sandwich and probably a couple other seafood treats. Is this modeled after a certain style or like genre of seafood?
Definitely. John and Vinny, the owners, are from Florida. The vibe of it is a Florida fish shack.
I wonder why you put a fried chicken sandwich on a menu of a seafood restaurant.
Well, our menu is really diverse, which is like the way we like to eat. Living in Los Angeles, you have so much diversity. There's amazing food in Koreatown, amazing Chinese food in San Gabriel. You name it, we got it here. So this is what influences our menu. We're not an Italian restaurant, we're not a French restaurant. We just take something that we're into at the time and try to develop a dish.
The tuna dish, for example.
Exactly, yeah. That tuna dish is influenced by Peruvian cuisine. First, we take market avocado, red onion, cilantro, and some tortilla chips. Mix all that together, and then the tuna has been pounded out into carpaccio, so it makes the texture of the fish really nice. So that gets wrapped around the avocado mix. And then the bottom of the bowl is a leche de tigre, so you eat it with a spoon and get a little bit of the tuna, the avocado, tortilla chips all together.
Oh.
Thank you. This is delightful.
This reminds me of our time at Pacific Seas. Remember that? I don't exist in this bar as you know me.
We've shared like 1 donut. Wait, whoa.
Thank you.
Okay, these are the coolest straws I've ever seen.
This is a drink you don't have to cheers. Because how would you?
Like this.
I'm concerned because I taste no alcohol in there, but I definitely feel alcohol in here.
All right, oyster time?
Yeah, mignonette me.
And then you want horseradish, or are you good?
Yeah.
Cheers. Oh!
Hell yeah.
Okay, turn it
God.
up.
I think oysters are the most Disney princess food. It's like a spoon made of an ocean fish, and so it makes me feel like I'm in a Little Mermaid. You get what I mean?
No, I'm not picking up what you're laying down.
People are shaking their heads, but those people haven't been having scorpion balls.
Whoa.
This is the wildest looking thing I've ever seen. It looks like a whole brain on a plate.
Whoa.
Wow. God damn it, that's good. Oh my God, that's good.
Look at how much avocado is in this.
And this juice at the bottom is like spicy orange juice.
This tastes more like a cocktail than this.
Yeah.
Hold up.
No, Steven, you're a madman.
A lot of people have asked if we can make a cocktail out of the leche tigre.
I was saying it tastes more like a cocktail than the scorpion
I said
bowl
that,
does.
not you.
We take a free-range chicken breast, brined overnight in some lemon and herbs, bread it with a 3-step breading process, seasoned flour into buttermilk, and then we make crumbs out of the flour and the buttermilk, so it gives it a little bit of a crispy texture when we fry the chicken. And let it rest, let the juices reabsorb, and then we use a Red Rooster aioli, which is Red Rooster hot sauce from Louisiana. It's not sriracha, it's more like Tabasco. And then we make a slaw with market vegetables. We make some bread and butter pickles in-house here, so we'll make the dressing for the cabbage slaw from the vinegar that comes from the pickles.
Okay.
Sandwich, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, that's actually not at all what I expected to see. There's pickles embedded into the slaw.
It's my kind of slaw. Have you ever seen a more beautiful chicken sandwich? Commercial perfect. Okay, I'm gonna split it for us. You're gonna love the feel of this bun, I can already tell.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're a big bun guy.
Oh. These dishes are actually very similar. There's like the fattiness and the acidity.
Yeah.
Fattiness, acidity.
Fattiness,
Oyster.
acidity.
Fattiness, acidity.
Fattiness, acidity. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're gonna set me up like that. I'm gonna dunk hard. How's that for a sports analogy? Cheers, Steven.
Oh no. You know you had a good time when the sandwich is in shambles.
What do you think about the texture of the fried crust?
It sounds like you want to talk about the texture of the fried crust, Andrew.
Yeah. You know how there's different levels of crunch? A crunchier crunch would be like leaves, high-pitch crackle. Then there's also lower pitch crackle, like stepping into snow. I think this is more like snow crackle. The other chicken we've had was more like leaf crackle.
I want to spend a
Is that
day.
too long-winded?
I want to spend a day in your head. Just like, what are you thinking?
All right, Steven.
We did it again.
Not only did we have 3 fried chicken sandwiches, but this also concludes a 3-episode set for us. The first one had buns, the last one had buns. In effect, it was a sandwich of its own. What was your favorite thing in this episode that was not a fried chicken sandwich?
The giant ropes that held the hanging light bulbs at Piku Nico.
Yes. We don't often get to talk about restaurant decor. I kind of have a similar favorite thing that wasn't a fried chicken sandwich. The bathroom faucets at American Beauty. It looked like a swan throwing up the water into your hands.
All right, which fried chicken sandwich was the most worth it at its given price?
My worth it winner goes to the window at American Beauty. That fried chicken sandwich is everything I wanted on a Martin's potato roll, which is near and dear to my heart.
You're not often wrong on the show, but you're wrong today.
Oh,
My worth it winner goes to Piku Nico. That fried chicken sandwich was so smushable.
Yeah. The smushing today was pretty excellent. Adam, who's your worth it winner? Adam picks Piku Nico. A good peak.
Piku Nico.
And that's gonna be it for 2019. Thanks to everybody who works on this show to make it happen. Most of them are not here.
And thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. We'll be back. If you want to suggest a food, we do check our Instagram page, instagram.com/BuzzFeedWorthIt.
And the comments of this video.
Comments of this video.
We're probably reading them right now as you're watching this. I am also watching. Oh yeah, what did we learn about fried chicken?
It's delicious.
Well, fried chicken sandwiches may continue to be eaten the world round. At least we'll know that they taste good. Solved. Hey, it's Andrew, Steven, and Adam. Before we get started, this episode was filmed at the beginning of the year before we started social distancing due to COVID-19.
Yes, we are currently still social distancing, but we wanted to share these great restaurants with you, even though dining out is not the same as it usually is right now.
Today, we're doing rice.
Is it worth it? Make it worth it. Make it worth it. Worth it. Worth it.
potentially the most anticipated episode of Worth It ever.
By who?
By me.
Okay.
By me. By yours truly. Rice is my favorite carb and potentially my favorite dish.
And before we get started on today's adventure, special thank you to Toyota, who hooked us up with this Highlander to be the new Worth It mobile this season.
Today on Worth It, we're gonna be trying 3 rice dishes at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its price.
I'm thinking about rice. You know, we've eaten it so many times on this show. It's an ingredient, it's a dish. It can take so many forms. Say rice and then I'll say a thing.
Rice.
Noodle.
Rice.
Porridge.
Rice.
Pudding.
Rice.
Cake. Wait, reverse it now. Sticky.
Rice.
Fried.
Rice.
Crispy.
Rice.
Nice.
Rice.
We're eating it.
Rice. Okay, so where are we going first?
We're on our way to Azuma Restaurant. We're gonna see owner Hideki and general manager Hitoshi.
I'm very excited because this restaurant was actually referred to us by our good friend, Sean Muro. He will be joining us for the tasting.
He said they make the most fantastic onigiri. Here we are at Azuma Restaurant.
With our good friend, Sean Muro.
What's up?
How did it feel recommending a restaurant to Worth It?
It's pretty stressful because you don't know if it's going to be good enough. And then also, you don't want people to show up and make it harder to get into.
Oh, I see.
You're walking the door and there's a really great energy and vibe to it. It's kind of like a Cheers feeling.
Can you tell us a little bit of the background of Azuma?
We purchased this restaurant in 2002. It was owned by a Japanese national, built by the Okamoto family in the early 50s.
And why has it been important for you guys to maintain this restaurant as an izakaya?
Well, we liked it for one. Izakaya style is be analogous to the Spanish tapas, lots of little things. But in addition to that, we have the regular menu items.
Asparagus beef is very popular here. Sashimi salad. And what makes a really good onigiri?
Rice is very important. We are using hikari rice. Simple, but tastes really good.
So it's best to start with like a plain onigiri. It's just gonna be this triangle that's a little bit thick, that's like just the right firmness, have maybe a little bit of salt and a piece of seaweed, but otherwise it's just gonna be this nice subtle flavor because it's just straight up rice.
Whoa, these are giant.
So this is their most standard version, no filling, not grilled, rice, salt, seaweed. It does have a satisfying heft.
It has the weight of a perfectly shaped snowball. Like I want to throw this at somebody.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh, the rice is naturally sweet.
Where are you getting sweet?
Are you tasting salt?
I'm tasting salt.
Am I confused? Wait, Adam, please confirm for me. Maybe I'm crazy.
I got too much seaweed, it just tastes like
Amazing how satisfying it is because it's so few elements.
It's really satisfying.
Wait, eat that now.
So this is takuan. It's like a pickled daikon.
Love that. That's sweet.
I think we're gonna find out in this episode that my taste buds are broken.
So this is the base onigiri. Yaki onigiri. Yaki comes from the verb yaku, which means like to grill. This is just how you get like teriyaki. It's how you get okonomiyaki. It's how you get yakisoba. Fun fact. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna brush it with a soy sauce based sort of mixture. Then they're gonna be grilling it. Charred rice is one of my favorite flavors in the world. You could have salmon. Salmon's really popular one, that's my personal favorite. Umeboshi is like a pickled plum. It contrasts nicely with the rice flavor.
Steven, which one do you want?
I saw the fish egg on the menu. We're talking about contrast. Look at that crust.
And then just the smell you should be getting, like this nice toasty. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Like never gets old.
Wow, that's almost like a fried rice ball. I mean, I guess it is.
If you'll notice, in one bite, you're getting this crispy outside, which is like totally charred to perfection, and then inside is still this really nice rice that's taken in the flavor of the soy sauce.
Yeah.
I just got to the fish egg part. Whew. Yeah, very fishy. I get it though. This is actually amazing.
It does go with the toasted flavor of the rice very well. It's so good, considering it is mostly just rice.
Hey, not just rice. Like rice is rice. You're just Andrew.
I'm not getting in this.
No, I got you. I know what you mean.
Thank you so much to Sean for guiding us through our Azuma dining experience. Hope to go there again with him.
I know we're about to eat 2 more amazing rice dishes. I have a feeling today they're all my Worth It winners. You just literally cannot go wrong with rice.
Steven, it's time for a little rice fact. And in fact, this is going to be a pop quiz rice fact. How many cultivated varieties of rice are there in the world?
120.
Take a guess.
This one's hard. I'm gonna say 12,534.
The answer is 40,000. Yeah.
You know what?
40,000 different types of rice? The
It's
fuck?
like, I'm living in Pokemon Red. Okay, I've only explored the 150 kinds of rice. My Rice-a-dex is expanding.
Well, to expand our knowledge of distinct and delicious rice types, our next restaurant is going to feature a very special type of rice. We're now on our way to Logan, where we're going to see Chef Sang Yoon and try his heirloom black rice.
Very nice.
Black rice.
Logan was my first traditional restaurant, came from a world of very high-end French fine dining. Logan is sort of my rendition of how I perceive Southeast Asia, a place that's full of mystery and incredible history. And this is where I interpret Southeast Asia through a very modern lens. My rendition of beef and broccoli, completely change a dish. And we do some things that are very, very traditional, but there's a lot of things that we use that are tricks. We use a lot of modern cooking technique that was not available and is not traditional. We make something called puff beef tendon, and it will look like from afar a pork rind, but we call it the bovine cousin to the chicharron. So I think authentic but not traditional. You get a taste of something that is so ancient and it's still incredibly relevant. The cuisine would not be possible with only old or only new. They have to harmonize.
So tell us a little bit about this black heirloom rice dish.
So the black rice dish is also another mysterious ingredient. People used to call it forbidden rice, and I was like, well, why is it forbidden? The story is that it was only once available to royalty, and if you were just a normal person, you weren't allowed to have it. Although it is not technically forbidden, it isn't incredibly widely available even in China. So I wanted to make a rice dish that was about the rice itself. There's a small amount of Cantonese sweet sausage called lapshung. The rice is the star of the show and not simply the side. I think that's a completely different perspective on rice. The thing about black rice is it's very forgiving in that it can take on a lot of the heat from the wok. The black rice actually just gets smoked.
Black rice, huh? I never heard of that.
Light scorch.
Looks like lentil.
Smoke. I've actually never seen black rice cooked this way.
I'm willing to bet this is going to be a completely new experience. Cheers, Steven.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a nice chewy grain
yes,
of rice.
It's chewy. Wow, I thought I was an expert on rice. I don't know.
You've been stumped by rice.
How do you describe that texture? It's springy, bouncy,
like seedy almost. I want to buy this rice. I'm gonna find out where they get this.
They have a guy.
I want that guy. Get me that guy. You want to have some egg with it now?
Now this is what I like to see. Now that is the familiar taste I know and love.
But then earthy, nutty, herbaceous, other rice flavor.
I notice every single grain of rice when I eat it. Each grain holds up by itself.
All of the other stuff in this dish stay very separate until you get a bite from them.
Yeah.
You're eating it. Ooh, this is good. Whoa. Ooh. That's also good.
When I saw this bowl of rice, my mind gets stuck.
It's like you're looking at an image in negative. Like, why is the white part black?
Like I shouldn't be eating it. I guess that's why it's called the forbidden rice.
It's the forbidden rice. Interesting.
Gosh, what a flavorful grain of rice.
I think it has made me reconsider my own personal rice options at home. So used to just getting the one I grew up on, but I think it's time to start buying other bags of rice.
So we've had 2 savory rice dishes. Our last rice dish is actually going to be a dessert. But before we get there, it's time for one more
rice fact. While the Great Wall of China was being built in the 15th and 16th centuries, workers used a porch made of calcium carbonate and rice as a mortar to hold the stones together. Stephen Lim loves a good chemical engineering rice fact. Wow. The foundation to my diet and the foundation to a mortar.
I wonder if people snuck bites of it and inadvertently cemented their stomachs shut. So we're on our way to our last rice dish. We're going to Auburn, where we're going to speak with Chef Eric.
Ooh.
And we're actually going to be eating at the restaurant's bar. The dish is white chocolate risotto, which is the creation of pastry chef Diane. Also has white truffle on it.
As somebody who has eaten rice his entire life, this will be probably the craziest rice dish I will ever eat.
Auburn is a modern, product-driven restaurant that looks to deformalize fine dining, make it approachable.
I mean, the first thing I noticed was what you're wearing.
Is this your daily workwear? Is this
Yeah,
what
of
you're wearing
course.
during service?
It is, it is. I'll throw in a collared shirt at night.
So deformalizing fine dining, what does that mean at Auburn?
To me, it means removing the rules. Typically, you go into a fine dining, you're told how many courses you need to take. Everyone takes the same thing.
So you wanted to deformalize fine dining, and then if that's too formal, you still have the bar.
Exactly. Yeah. We want to make it
That's
energetic
awesome.
for everyone, right? So where the dining room is tasting menu format, the bar is completely a la carte. We use the same products, just in a different way. So sea bream is a beautiful product. This is from Japan. It's very well treated. So it's brought on the boat, line caught, so the flesh is pristine. We really want to highlight the filet in the dining room. And then in the bar, obviously the collar's typically an offcut, more fatty. So our bar gives us the ability to offer that to guests.
We're gonna be having this risotto, which is a dessert?
It is a dessert. It's between a dessert and something savory, which makes it very unique and super delicious.
The white chocolate risotto.
Yes.
With white truffle. I guess I'm just wondering how you came up with this dish.
We were getting in these beautiful hazelnuts, like the best hazelnuts that I've ever tasted. And then we were getting in our orders of white truffles. We use a very good risotto rice. It's called Acquarello. After they harvest it, they age it for 1 to 3 years. It enhances the flavor.
I didn't know
but
risotto
also
was a rice. I thought it was a
makes
pasta.
So the rice can absorb as much liquid as possible, but still maintaining like the structure of the rice where you cook it and it's not mushy and you eat it and you still feel the individual grains of rice in your mouth while you're chewing it.
So we're here at the bar of this beautiful restaurant that's behind this wall.
I like that. It's like an unplanned fine dining meal.
Since it's a dessert, I thought we should build up to the experience.
Right.
So first we're getting the crispy pig ear.
I grew up in North Carolina. We have a lot of crispy pork rinds. We braise pig's ears for about 12 hours. We slice them, we dehydrate them, and then we fry them. And what we get is like a very puffed chicharron. We top it with sea salt, vinegar powder, and fresh black pepper.
Flying in. Wow.
Chips at a bar.
This is
I like
the
it.
strangest texture.
It reminds me of like a packet of ramen noodles before you boil it.
Yes.
Cheers, Steve.
Cheers. Okay. Woo. Wow.
Wow. I could just eat that
Oh.
forever. The vinegar kind of like tastes sweet against all of the other stuff happening there.
That's crazy. Whoa.
And this is kind of like a salt and vinegar chip, but on kind of like a porky puff.
It's scary because
We got some shrapnel flying off the mouth there.
The sea bream collar is very unique. Smaller, delicious. We cure it in a mixture of salt, sugar, and citrus fern. Citrus and fish go really well together. In California here, we have very unique citrus called finger lime. It looks like little caviar pearls. So we come up with a little bit of spice, a lot of acidity, a little bit of funk. It's not dressed, it's very simply put on a plate.
Cheers. Oh God.
Oh.
When fish is good, it is the best meat.
Oh my gosh.
Agree.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's heaven. I could eat 30 of these. Why would you want to order a dessert dish of all things that has white truffle?
Well, I think if you're really interested in food and you want to try something that you haven't tried before, it would naturally speak to you. I think it's just something you're going to have to try, and you guys should just let me know.
Okay.
At first I thought, it smells like kind of a nutty dessert. And now I'm back into, it smells like I'm about to eat pasta.
I feel like the world just, you know when like there's a portal?
We're at the portal about to step into another realm.
Yeah.
All right, Stephen, let's step into that realm. Cheers, Stephen.
Into the portal we go.
Oh.
Feel like my muscles when I eat this are just expanding and I want to stretch and I don't know what's causing that feeling.
This is really good.
It's a lot sweeter than I thought it was going to be. I thought the truffle was going to overpower all the sweetness that happened, The rice pudding vibes I'm getting.
Yeah, it is like a very nice rice pudding.
It's very comforting.
Yeah, the truffle is not that weird in here. I think it shares a nuttiness with the hazelnut, which shares a butteriness with the white chocolate, which goes with the vanilla broth that the risotto was cooked in. It's actually not very crazy at all.
That's one of the most intelligent things you've ever did on this show. Well done.
I can't get over the idea that I'm just eating a truffled Rice Krispie treat porridge. Rice Krispie treat with truffle.
It's so good. There's no moment of like, I'm confused by what I'm eating, but maybe it makes sense. It's just like immediately delicious.
I am completely satisfied with that rice journey.
It was a very satisfying day of eating rice.
What was your favorite thing of the episode that wasn't rice?
My favorite part of the episode, where we talk about not the food, the design of Auburn. It reminds me of some Danish alternate life that I'll never get to live. How about you?
My answer is tea salad at Lokshan. The salad was maybe the best thing at Lokshan.
Whoa, bold words.
Yeah. All right, Andrew, which one was your worth it winner?
My worth it winner is gonna go to Lokshan. That black heirloom rice is so unique. It tastes so delicious and different.
You know what's crazy is that I'm about to choose something, and that leaves out the other one.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that other one is not either of our worth it winners. Because my worth it winner goes to Azuma, the rice ball. It is the simplest version of this dish that could have been done.
The rice,
My
yeah.
winner does not go.
Okay. What do I wanna play? You know, I gotta get a game of Overwatch. One fucking game of Overwatch. But probably not gonna stream much longer for like another hour or so. Gotta go to bed, work, you know, that whole shindig. Oof, oof. One more. Get to 40. Now I'm like competitive finally. Holy shit.
Now entering Midtown. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
We're attacking. Yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Let's.
Peter, did you finish the last slice of pie? I was saving it for later. It wasn't me this time.
I still feel that final blow from yesterday's training.
Come on, you did that hard.
That is the case. Our enemies have much to learn. Think you can keep up? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
Guys.
Every soldier needs a cause.
All right, guys, come on. Let's regroup. Let's get together.
I've seen tougher spots.
Let's go. I got them distracted. Push, push, push.
If I'm still standing, I'm still fighting.
I'm on the payload.
Come get healed.
Not sure if I could have done better.
Come on, push, push, push.
Still got some fight in me. Heal's coming up. That's better. Moving the payload. Biotics deployed. Damn it.
Guys, I can't do this alone, guys.
That payload's not going to deliver itself. Move it! Setting up there.
I wasn't healed right away? The fuck?
I rubbed some dirt on it. Let's go.
Guys, we're right there. Come on.
Careful, there's more of them than us.
Guys, where the fuck is the team?
If I'm still standing, I'm still fighting.
Alright, we got checkpoint. We got checkpoint.
They'll regret that.
Enzo, 1.
Redeploying.
We're in this together. All of us. Sweat. We're going against.
Revive! Mercy! Revive! I haven't seen you revive not one person.
They won't quit. Neither will I. Breaking them down. It really is the honor of a lifetime. Time for games. Let's move this thing.
Push with everything you got.
This situation calls for more bombs.
Dog shit. Piss me the fuck off. Catch a fucking break. ESA Pro Touring? What? He's doing a tourney right now? With who?
Well, I thought I called like there's someone close, but I think I don't know if someone said like they're all like back by the car beacon or whatever.
I think I did. I already said I just think back down.
I did too. I think I did too. That's where they were. I don't even know how you got over there.
Well, he hopped off when they saw us. I think two of them hopped off, and then one stood to the fence, and one was like stood by the car by the driver. That's why I call him. I thought someone.
Is this fucking designing them, by the way?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is that what this is?
It is. Not sure who they're trialing though.
Oh, they're actually dropping somebody?